let's talk about another 3-0 team in the National Football Conference. Our boy Baker did it again. Stop me if you've heard this one before. So the Packers are getting ready to kick a field goal to go up 2 scores late in the game. And the other team blocks the field goal and returns it for a touchdown. Have you heard this story from week 3? Insane how it happened over and over and over again.
So many times.
I don't know who's just chronologically. I don't have Scott Hansen here to tell me about this particular part of witching hour in the early window of week 3. I don't know which one happened first. I think did Jordan Davis happen before Will McDonald jumped just perfectly? I mean, he did the same thing. He did the same thing as Jordan Davis, which is jump into the backfield, right up the gut, block it, return it for a score. And God bless Aaron Glenn. He was just having his moment, running up the field and then doing a fun dance. I don't blame him, man. You're 0-2, and you're like, this thing could be over right now. Wait a minute. The special teams to the rescue. And you know, I think we're learning, and I'm not going higher register on this either. I think we're learning you best not leave too much time on the clock for Baker Mayfield. Right?
Yep.
Certainly when he's grinding an axe that you didn't know existed. He is leading the league right now in grinding axes that you did not know existed. We'll get to that in a second. But for the 3rd straight week, Baker Mayfield takes the time left on the clock by his opponent and beats them over the head with it. Just the 4th quarterback since 2000 with 3 game-winning drives in the team's first 3 games of the season. The others are named in order. Last one to do it was Tennessee's Ryan Tannehill in 2020. Before that, it was Matt Ryan in 2015 for the Falcons, and then Nick Foles for the Eagles in 2014. And Baker carried it 4 times for 44 yards, including a backbreaker towards the end, where the Jets just thought he was going to go out of bounds or slide, and he kept running. And he kept running, and now he's got 4 straight games with 30 or more rush yards. Would you believe in this league with running quarterbacks and dual-threat quarterbacks, that's the longest such streak in the NFL. Baker Mayfield's doing that, and he was doing it in the final drive without Mike Evans, who appears to have suffered his, unfortunately, annual soft tissue injury. And the Bucs are now 3-0 for the first time since 2005. They've won their division 5 straight years, and they didn't start 3-0 any of those years. 3 straight wins in 2025. All of them have come on a game-winning drive, courtesy of Baker Mayfield, who's getting stuff from Bucky Irving. And how good is Emeka Egbuka?
Mm-hmm.
He is currently your offensive rookie of the year through 3 weeks. I think he's leading that pack right now. Marion Hampton had a nice game yesterday, but for 3 games. So there you go. The Bucs are 3-0. And the Jets with Tyrod Taylor performing well in place of Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson getting 84 receiving yards and a score, and that Will McDonald, the 4th blocked field goal. I was watching the game with Cooper, who was crying in his soup, if you will. He wasn't crying and he wasn't having any soup. That's just a metaphor that I'm sure a 14-year-old wouldn't get. He was upset about all the fumbles of his Patriots. And he turns to me, he goes, hey, look at what the Jets are doing. I'm like, do you see how much time's left on the clock? And Baker did it. And who knew that he was doing it, because the new defensive coordinator for the Jets, he and Steve Wilkes have a history.
I loved it. And it's also their D coordinator was the one that cut me in Carolina. So it was a lot of stuff was personal today. Hassan Reddick, former Jet, a lot of people.
Just throws in Hassan Reddick.
Oh, yeah, let's get Hassan Reddick. By the way, Todd Bowles got fired by the Jets.
I think that's the time that we pop up the petty list right now.
Is that right?
That is some petty stuff right there, man.
That's petty.
Well,
that is some petty Guerrero right there, dude.
You know, it's not that. You know what it is? It's not the petty scale. We might have to come up with another scale. where the top of it is Steve Smith.
Okay.
You know, where one slight.
Yeah.
One, but although I don't know if you call it a slight. I mean, getting cut in Carolina by Steve Wilkes as who's the backup coach, right? Who's the interim coach.
Yeah.
The interim coach says it's so bad here, but guess what? It's still, in my mind, too good for you to be here. And he was also, as we know, Baker in Carolina was playing defensive end scout team as he's putting his hands in the dirt saying, I need to be the best teammate I possibly can be. But he has to, in the back of his mind, saying, what the hell happened to me in my career? And then he gets exit papers there. He's got to fly across the country and win a game for the Rams, but hardly knowing the playbook. And he's got to be wondering, what is happening to me? But he leads the league in finding fuel to use. And if he's using Hassan Reddick with the Jets, because the Jets traded for him, got him out of Philadelphia, and Hassan Reddick shows up, I haven't played a snap for you yet, but guess what? I want more money from you. Honestly, you got to think, like, if you're the Jets, you'll be like, excuse me? We traded draft capital to take you from the spot where they wouldn't pay you, and you haven't come here and done a thing for us yet. Can you show up and show out before we even consider adding a dime to your contract? That one I got to push a little bit back on. But then again, I also don't know the full scope of things. Baker probably does, and it doesn't matter either way. It's just, if it's enough fuel for him to go out and say, we're not losing today, that works for them at 3-0. And the next one, oh, boy. Because if anybody comes in the game saying they've got something coming to them, it's Philadelphia for the Bucs, who have been always there, whether it's closing Veteran Stadium and reopening the link or knocking Hurts out of the playoffs. They have got something coming to them in Tampa from Philadelphia. And guess what? Baker is standing in their way. What a game in week 4. Because it's 3-0 versus 3-0. And the Bucs can put a card on the table and say to everybody in the NFL, guess what?
We're for real.
We're leading the conference at the quarter post point. It's there for them to take. Oh, man.
And Rich, if I'm not mistaken, Gerald McCoy on game day, I think in week 1, said the Bucs are 4-1 against the Eagles in their last 5.
I'm telling you, they've got their number. Yeah. That's why I'm saying if anybody in that game's got a chip on their shoulder coming in saying, we've got something for you, it's Philadelphia to Tampa. And Philadelphia's got everything else that they've won.
Also, some teams are other teams' kryptonite, though.
And we'll find out. That is going to be a conversation all week. And Baker's like, I've got a cape. Okay? I got your kryptonite and just stick it where the sun does not shine.
Chris, I wonder who Baker has beef with in Philly, because that's going to be interesting. There's got to be somebody there he don't like.
Somebody.
Somebody who played with the Texas or
You know what? Maybe he, and I'm just the
got
one. It's anybody. Name somebody. The one person I would just counsel Baker to not have beef with is Big Dom. That's it. Just stay away from him.
Big Dom got fined.
Did he really?
Did you see that?
For what?
Using his cell phone on the bench.
Oh. Big Dom Stallions? Is that what you're saying?
Big Dom's like, you know what? He's got to know better, but screwed.
There's like a picture of him, too, just on the phone.
Dom Stallions?
What's up? Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.